Hey, it's Ginger Boy. Welcome back once again to Year of the Yoshi Redux. On to Nipper Crazed, a new level. And we will see what this is all about. It is nippers. They are white. I don't know if there's anything special about them, or if they're trying to emulate a different type of nipper, like those dudes from Super Mario Bros. 3. I have a feeling that might be what the case is. That box, was that like a... I think it was. I think the red ones contain stars. That is nifty. I mean, not super useful in like a normal sense always, but nifty. So that is nice. These contain something of value. And I knew that was going to happen, and I did it anyway. So we will just move on, move forward, and forget that happened. Ooh, I got the thing. So capes are nerfed in this game. I don't know if I've actually mentioned that or not, but you can't actually fly with them, which is kind of unfortunate, but oh well. I was trying to get that box and get back on the pipe. It had other plans for me, but it's not too bad. I mean, I'm at the midway point. It's not too far back. Plus, I'm full powered, full power up to whatever you want to call it. Because yeah, it was just right here. So that's fine. I mean, it could have been better. Frick. I really want to try and get one of these again, because I'm pretty sure they have stars in them. But that's not gonna work. Actually, no, it wasn't a red exclamation point box. It was a red question mark box, I think. So I could be completely wrong. Oh well. On to Morton's Bastion. Morton's Bastion. I see you have made some progress. Have you found the Red Power Palace yet? Yes, I have. Also, apparently the green one, all those green blocks that I was saying, isn't really for getting the Green Palace. So the Green Palace isn't anywhere. I shouldn't say it's not anywhere near. I don't know exactly how near it is, but it's not to the point where I think it is. So the Red Power Palace was like the first one you can actually get, which is fine with me. I think if you're close enough, the hitting the net, oh frick, hitting the net acts like a cape swipe, if anyone doesn't know. So you can actually hit boxes and stuff. Not boxes, no, blocks. You can hit blocks with them. Okay, now is there something up there? I'm going to science it up. Try and get up there. I can get up here. There's nothing. Except for like a random thing. Okay. That was my science. I'm done with it. I just wanted to know. Because that was like a interesting little thing. I don't know if having two capes is super beneficial, but I want two capes. So I'm going to keep two capes. Yeah, I don't really know if they're beneficial or not over having like a cape and a fire flower. Also, those black blocks I think kill you right away. The top path of the airship are usually the easiest, keep that in mind. So I'm betting if I went above the swamp back there, I could have gotten that. I still find it, I mean, it makes more sense having a castle and then an airship. Not in the like pure sense of the word. Frick. I wanted that. Like it doesn't make sense that it's like, oh, you're in a castle, now you're on an airship. But it makes sense that the castle stops and you get fired out. Oh, god dang rope. I don't like the fact you can climb on them. It's so dumb. Like, I know it was put there to be helpful, but man, is it annoying. It really is. Because you will be running and you're going to try and get away from a bullet bill, and it's like you're holding up and then it's like, oh, you're climbing now. Unless it's needed to be climbed, like a vine or a ladder or like a chain that's like obviously climbable, I don't think background objects like these ropes should be climbable. That's my opinion on the matter, but it makes more sense. If it's a background object, you shouldn't interact with it at all. And because you can interact with it, it screws up other portions of the game. Other portions of everything. Because like this, if I... God, like that. I was holding up, and I just grabbed onto it, and it screwed me up. So I do not approve of the random climbing surfaces. It's not the best use of blocks. Like their background, their aesthetic. That's really all they are. Yet you add them in for some reason. Like, yeah, there's that spot if you go down, you climb on them to avoid spikes and all that. But honestly, if you're taking the upper path, you won't ever get to that sort of point. And yeah, it's kind of useless. This, and then here, like that screwed me up when I jumped, and it was here, like I jumped at it, but I was holding up, and so I grabbed the rope and then got hit by a bullet. Like, it's just, let background objects be background objects. Don't add useless stuff to them. I knew that was gonna happen. Like, I don't even want to go the lower route, because it kind of seems like that's where all the climbing is. Like, that's just where you'd be climbing the ropes to get around things. Oh, Jeebus. I don't know if it's just the auto scroll that's doing it, but the second half seems like so much longer than the first half. It does. It feels so much longer, and this is one of those levels that feels like it really should have been two separate levels. Like, the first part, yeah, it could be extended, could be a bit longer. That would make sense. But, god, freaking stupid goddamn ropes. But yeah, so the first part feels like it could be a bit longer the second part seems like it's way too long to be a second part of a level. So I have this feeling like I'm pretty sure it was made to be one level. That's how it was made. But the midway point seems very uneven at this point because you really go through a fairly easy, straightforward, simple level, and then you're thrown into this, which is a lot harder. Like, just honestly harder. And then it's super long. It just doesn't feel like it has like a good end to it. I wanted in there because I think that's where Cape was, but oh well. Oh, I will just get around things. God dang it. Enemies jumping out of nowhere. And that, it's like, the ropes, you're supposed to climb them, but I fail at climbing them half the time because it's like I hold up and either grabs on like perfectly or doesn't grab on at all. Oh, I'm sorry. It feels like two separate levels. Like, they're not even really connected at all. Like, at all. Yeah, one of them is a castle, and then you have an airship. Okay, that kind of makes sense, because you're going from, like, a castle to, like, the airship they're riding on. But they're not connected. Like, they're not connected together in any way. It's just like, oh, here's the castle that you have to go through to get to the pipe that launches you to the airship. I honestly would say do one or the other. Don't do both. Like, it doesn't work when you do both. It works if you do both if they're separated. Like, you go from a castle, you beat the castle, and let's just say at the end of the castle, it's like, haha, I was supposed to be here, but now I'm not. Like, that would make sense. That would make sense. You go through a castle, and it's like, I was supposed to be here, I'm not. And then it's like, you go to the airship. Like, that makes sense. That does. That makes sense, because then you know you're going to an airship. So far, the first castle did this too. So I have a feeling every castle is going to do it. But I would have ended the castle as a castle, and then added the airship as just a completely separate level. Because it's the difficulty between the two is just so different. It is. It's night and day, really. The difference between the difficulties. Frick, I don't want to deal with you guys. To get up there, but that's not happening because I wanted the moon. But yeah, moon's not happening. Like, all these freaking enemies that jump from the side of the screen at you, bullets that are not following the priority or proximity, not priority, the proximity aspect. And there we go, finally the end. Oh yeah, that felt way too long for a level. I really would have made those two separate levels, just because the difficulty is so different and the length is just I don't know. It just doesn't feel like one level. It feels like you're playing through two completely separate, different levels. Anyway, I beat the castle. So we will see what that has to offer. And thus, Mario has defeated the dreaded Morton Koopa Jr. The second Yoshi egg is now free. It's only a matter of time before Mario rescues them all. And that goes over here. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Just do a quick look. Yeah, I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Because I got the secret exit with the thing. Anyway, next time we will do Delirium Forest. This has been Ninja and I will be back later with more Year of the Yoshi Redux. See you guys then.